Manning now on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
What's up, everybody? This is Fred Richani of TSC here to give you guys my thoughts on Madden NFL 19 from EA Sports and EA Tiburon on the Xbox One. This game is also available on the PlayStation 4 and PC. This game here is a continuation of the legendary Madden series. If you're a football fan, chances are you've heard of this game. If you're not a football fan, I'm sure you've heard of this game. And last year, they added a highly anticipated story mode by the name of Longshot. This year, they had the continuation of Longshot, which once again features Colt Cruz and Devin Wade as your main characters. It also features an updated Ultimate Team mode, a new Legends team you can play as, along with Madden All-Stars, and a little bit of a revised franchise mode, at least in terms of presentation. But is it enough to warrant your money? Well, you're about to find out. First off, let's start with the basics that you get with every Madden game each and every single year. Of course, you've got the skills practices, the online mode, the exhibitions, which are always fun. And I gotta say, this year's skills trainer is extremely helpful because if you're not a football fan at all, if you're not really familiar with American football, maybe you're just a casual fan, you don't know about schemes or anything like that, this game literally breaks down each position and what the purpose is, whether you're a free safety, a quarterback, a running back, and so on, which I think is extremely user-friendly and helpful because, let's face it, while there's a lot of us like me that are hardcore Madden players, there's a lot of people that have never even touched a football game, let alone watched a football game. So it's nice to see that they're inclusive with new gamers. Exhibition as far as playing online, whether it be ranked matchups or just playing for fun with your friends. So far, and granted it's early access, we've had zero issues when it comes to the play, when it comes to the servers and anything else. EA has been on point, and based on what I experienced last year, or lack thereof, with Madden 18, I don't foresee any major online issues with this game as well.
Funchess is free. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funchess. 81 yards.
As for Ultimate Team, for those that don't know, to give you a brief synopsis, it's very similar to the other Ultimate Team modes in EA Sports. You have your own type of fantasy team, you have various card packs, you can complete solo challenges, get to a certain level, and then be able to compete with other players online for various packs and prizes. Ultimate Team has never been my cup of tea, especially because there's a number of microtransactions if you want to buy an all-star pack or a legendary pack or whatever. But there are enough free challenges to definitely keep your time taken up. As for franchise mode, which is my favorite mode, I gotta say, I like the new graphical presentation overall. For those that don't know, EA totally revamped the graphical presentation in terms of the sights, the sounds, the graphics. Even when you're going to sign a player in free agency, for example, if I'm going to sign Eric Reed or Mark Sanchez, it'll show me a 3D model of them as opposed to a headshot. The progression system has improved as well, where not only can you still upgrade the skills you could in the past, but it also tells you how each player and each skill fits in your respective team scheme, which I think is a really, really helpful tool if you want to get that granular with your team. And believe me, I'm somebody that loves to make trades, love to make moves. I love to scout when it comes to franchise mode. I'm all up in it when it comes to being a coach, when it comes to being a GM, and sometimes when it comes to being a player as well. But I gotta say, I'm disappointed with franchise mode because while there's nice graphics and it tells you how players fit in the schemes, and while the presentation is cool, the sights and sounds, the bone crackling of your Saquon Barkley running through defenses and everything, that's really cool. But at the end of the day, it's still the same franchise mode that is limited in customization when you compare it to other sports games such as WWE 2K, or heck, let's just stick with team sports, NBA 2K. Why is it that for the longest time I could not customize my coach? I could pick body type, I could pick face type, but I can't scan my face. Heck, a couple years ago, NBA Live from the EA Sports banner released an app that allows me to face scan from my phone and allows me to transfer that face to a player. Now, you never know. This is still a new game. There could be updates, but I heard rumors about maybe face scanning updates added to Madden 18, and it never happened. I heard about that for Madden 17. It never happened. So I just don't understand why they limit the customization. If you could edit your rosters, if you could do the custom draft and draft different players to a respective franchise, why can't you customize what your owner looks like? Why can't you customize what your coach looks like? Why can't you make your coach look like you? Why, for the second straight year, does my head coach have to look like DJ Khaled? Okay? We might be the best, but my coach certainly isn't looking the best. And I feel like when I look at all the presentation revamping of Madden 19, while it is a nice touch, I really feel like at its core, it's just window dressing. That's not to say franchise mode still isn't fun. For those that don't know, you can still play all the key moments, or you could play a full game, or you could play all offense or all defense. So you could literally play franchise mode as far as the actual game any way you want, even in the middle of the game. If you're just playing all offense in the middle of the game, I want to fast forward through the end of this game. That stuff is really nice, but when it comes to customizing the stadiums, customizing the logos, customizing how you look, whether you play as a player, an owner, or coach, franchise mode is still extremely limited compared to some of the other sports games, such as NBA 2K on the market. And to me, as a longtime Madden player, that is quite disappointing. Another disappointment was Longshot. Voice acting's great. I got no issues with that. You once again play as Devin Wade, who's now on the Dallas Cowboys, trying to make the main roster. You have Colt Cruz, his best friend, who's kind of sort of a failed musician, was undrafted, trying to make a roster as well, while these guys long distance are trying to maintain their friendship. But I gotta say, this Longshot installment did not grip me like last year. Now, granted, it's subjective, okay? You may enjoy it a lot more than I did, but I just feel like last year's was way more powerful. Maybe it's because of the fact that you were playing as two young guys that were just trying to get drafted, that were just trying to get a shot, and of course you had the Longshot game show, and it was innovative, and it was brand new for Madden and the Madden series. I'm not sure, but for whatever reason, this year's installment of Longshot left a lot to be desired.
Back to 4, feeling the need to add veteran insurance after losing their backup to an MCL tear.
Ooh. Boy, you hear this? They're bringing in RG3 to take your spot.
And in all, Brandon Whedon's coming in too. Man, third, second, fourth. All in a day's work, huh, Rook?
We'll tell her to deal with it. Well, then you deal with it. Because I'm at work right now. Yeah, well, tell Lily I love her. And to deal with it. All right, I gotta go.
But here's the good news. Despite my gripes, Madden is still super fun at its core. And with the improved presentation, with the sleeker looking graphics, with the nice sound design, if you're a football fan, chances are it's going to be pretty darn hard to not enjoy this game to some extent. So what's the verdict? Content. I give this game an 8. Plenty to do, even with my complaints. Franchise mode, a lot of customizations as far as how you can edit your respective rosters, although, again, I wish aesthetically you can do a lot more. You have the Longshot story mode, which will take you a few hours to finish. You got the fun exhibition modes, including online, especially if you like to trash talk. And if you're somebody that's really big on the packs and Ultimate Team and fantasy play, then, well, Ultimate Team is certainly in your wheelhouse. Graphics, I give Madden 18 an 8. Really nice looking game. I would never confuse it with a game like, say, Forza or Gears of War 4 when it comes to the Xbox One family, but this is by far the nicest looking installment of this franchise. Gameplay, I give it an 8.5. Fun game, pretty easy to pick up and play. As far as to get good at it, it does take time, it does take skill, but there are plenty of practices and skills trainer challenges that you can utilize in order to level up your game. Overall, TSC gives Madden 19 on the Xbox One an 8 out of 10. Madden 19 is not a bad game whatsoever by any stretch of the imagination. But again, if you're a longtime Madden fan like myself, you look at this game and you think, man, there's so much potential. if they put the amount of effort they did in the presentation and not having Colin Kaepernick in this game towards franchise mode and customizations, man, I think this game could be a 9 out of 10, 9.5, 10 out of 10. This is still an extremely fun game, but going forward, I want to see less style and more substance. For more information on Madden and other sports games, you can subscribe to TSC News right here on YouTube. Visit our official website, thesportscourier.com. And if you enjoyed this review, please click the like button. Please share this with all your friends. And until next time, everybody, as always, enjoy the games.
And he does it. Colt Cruz has the game 40 ages, almost single-handedly pulling off a stunning upset. I'm speechless. Man, are you okay? Come on, we won, man. The tears of joy count. I'm happier than a tornado in a trailer park. Because we're state champions. State champions.
Woo, that was a night. Come on now, that's amazing, huh?
It's pretty cool.